I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like having a theme song. Like just a little something to bop to right before you actually come in and start to read. So hello, everyone. My name's Abby. I run AV Tarot Reading, and I'm sometimes a fool. I usually am laughing or giggling at myself in some way, shape, or form. It's kind of the deal. So my goal for everyone tonight, those of you who are coming in, hellos. My game plan is to read for you some tarot cards for the next hour and some changes. Melissa, my partner in crime, the moderator, often, you make me do overtime frequently, makes me. She's such a what did you call it? Like a shift driver? Yeah. I love that your look at me for just a moment, like, oh my God, what is she about to say? always something that I'm about to say. Anywho, so my goal for this evening is to help you remember one, that you can do anything in your life that you want to do. Period. Okay, we're gonna say period. Full stop, mic drop. That's my main goal in life, is to remind you of that. Other thing that I love to do is just to give a little bit of relief, give a little bit of kind of peek-see around the bend kind of thing. Like, we get really anxiety ridden when we have unknowns, and so I love to use the skill set that I have to kind of give some knowns. Is there monsters in the corner? I'm hearing my voice like from over there. I'm like, are you talking to me without my permission? No, I'm playing. I know, that was like, wait, she's talking to my camera version of me. Without my knowing. So anywho, the way that we do this, without running way too off gambit, the way that we do this is that we break this up into a couple segments, about 3. The first, about a half hour is what we do. I do about 6 card reads is what I do. We pull up the question, I shuffle my cards, I sling my cards, and then I show and tell. I show the cards that I've pulled, and then I go right into the interpretation, kind of tapping in on some of the intuition, little wisdoms, little feels, what is something that just dawned on me, cognizant knowing, whatever it happens to be. So I wrap all that up to deliver a reading for you that I try to keep brief, to the point, and get the message across. After that about 30-minute segment, we drop into a 4-minute just brief little intermission where I tell you a little bit about me, or how you can get some personal one-on-one time with me if that's something that you're interested in, and any other tidbits that might be going on with the business itself. After that, we hop right back into reads. And then towards the last 15 minutes, and it's usually like another couple times after, we do really quick 1-card flash style reading. And for us, it's a great way to get like a group of people done in a short amount of time, so that everyone's question hopefully gets read. So I love when you throw in your questions. I love when your questions are super specific. So the more specific your question, the better. General questions get very vague, so I'm going to try to stay away from general readings tonight. So I'm aiming for one specific topic, one specific situation, the ins and outs. Give me timelines. Like, let me know. Specifics, darling. Specifics. Not Pacifics. Specifics. There we go. So that I don't mess that up. So yes, I already told you how you can throw your comment into the, your questions into the comment. Don't throw a comment into the questions. that wouldn't do us very well at all. But please feel free to throw in more than one at a time. Will you do me a favor, sweet souls? Will you tag a friend? Will you share the love? Will you send this video to a friend of yours that you think might have a message in it for them? Did you ask a question for a friend and now it's time to pull them in? Just share the love, either by hitting the heart, commenting, saying hello, commenting on the necklace or the hair on the nail. All of it helps the video do well. All of it helps its reach. All of it helps other people see the work, so that the stigma, the undercovert eyes, the oddities about tarot starts to kind of wane these days. But yeah, I think I got all the tidbits that I like to hit before we hop in. Today's 6 card, right? Ultimately, dudes, we're looking for a good time. I'm looking to entertain you. I'm looking to have fun. I'm looking to laugh myself. I hope I make you laugh, even if it's putting my foot in my mouth, because it probably will happen. It probably will happen. So, all right, everybody, let me go ahead and hop into the comments. I love to say hello before we actually get flying, because there's so many of you that have seen me before, so many of you that haven't. Hi, Tiana. Empress Love, darling. Hello from YouTube land. I love that you came back to visit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chaya, hello, Cynthia. I still love that last name is Savage. Ooh! You're gonna have to tell me, like, is that your, like, on the driver's license, is that your last name? Because if it's not, it should be. Teresa, hello, sweet pea. Michaela, hello. Kara, mwah. Blowing kisses to everyone. Daniela, hello. I just killed it. There we go. Yeah, Daniela, please feel free to go ahead and throw in your super specific question. We're going to put those into the comments, and Melissa will be pulling those questions here in a moment. She is pulling based on variety, so don't be surprised if we hop around. It's not going to be a first come, first served kind of situation. We're going to pull a little from the top, a little bit from the bottom. Basically, we're aiming for a variety of questions. It makes my life a little more interesting when it's a variety, because sometimes we get stuck in it, like, does he love me? Does he love me? Do they love me? Does somebody love me? And it's like, okay, we all love everybody. So to keep my life going, Hi, Allie, Esther, hello, Nav, Jenna, hello, Vanessa, what's up? Oh my gosh, Ray, hey homie. If I know y'all personally, I call you kind of all sorts of other names. So there's a few of you that I've gotten to know. Tarot Treats, hi, that I've gotten to know differently. So Darlene, hello, Vanessa. What is it? La Loca Leslie. I love that. I had to slow down and read it though. La Loca Leslie. I love it. Oh my goodness. All right. So Bridget, hello. I think I got everybody. You know, I got all the I got all the names. I got all the names. All right. Let me hop out of comments, because otherwise I'm going to start chit-chatting and I will never get anything done. All right, sweet peas. So I'm going to slide off my tiny itty bitty ring and I'm going to start shuffling. But of course, I have to get my oils. I have a 7 Seas oil from, what is this? This is, the Witch's Moon Company. I love them. I strongly suggest, if you have a thing for herbs, oils, candles, incense, and various other things, Witch's Moon is a wonderful company that makes some interesting items. And their subscription boxes make me happy. They so do. Oh, babe, they had their mid-tier available a couple days ago. And I said, no, I restrained and I didn't sign up for another subscription box. It almost didn't happen. I sat there and looked at it for a good minute, like, oh, Jesus. All I want in life is that mid-tier. All right, Kara, what or who are the spirits I sense around me lately, good or bad? They're heavy presences. Ooh, let's see if we can find out who's hanging around. Who's hanging around, Kara? Let's see. Who's hanging around, Kara? Who's spirits? So a couple things, honey, and I'm saying this mostly because I feel like this bit of information can be really useful for anybody else who's kind of having the same thing. When you feel like you are sensing an energy or sensing a presence, sensing a spirit, sensing an ancestor, what have you, there is nothing wrong with legit just asking what's their point, why are you here, what's up, or if it's bothering you, to back up. Sometimes, like, I don't necessarily want to deal with somebody right when I'm going to bed. It's like, no, come back in the morning. I don't want this right now. So if you're starting to feel a little bit of something like in the wind or kind of around you, there's no shame in just saying, what's up? What's your name? See if you get a knowing, a nudge, a feel, or if it's an ancestor, like, have them or ask them if they can give you something that makes you feel like who they were, or that reminds you of who they were. Because next thing you know, you might have dropped that pin that your great aunt Ethel gave you right before she passed or transitioned, and that kind of gives you some information as to who that person very well may be. Let's take a peek. Let's see who's hanging around Kara. What does she need to know? Okay, so I'm getting 2 little bits of info, and I'm going to pull cards, but my first kind of nudge that I'm getting for you is that it's a mixed bag of a guide and an ancestor. So to me, it kind of has that same feel like when I was doing past life deceased person's readings on my great grandmother on my dad's side. I found out that she's also been one of the energies that I've been feeling around, like, my spirit team for a while. I didn't know that those 2 people were the same thing. So it feels like one of the people who has like a close link to you is now kind of, okay, now it's time to work. I have some skills here. I have some help, or you're that person. I have some help, some knowledge. I can help out and assist here. And so it's like they're making themselves available essentially to be a resource. Be a resource is what it feels. So does it feel, is it good or bad? I'm kind of the structure, the little belief structure that I have is that spirits are not necessarily good or bad. It's like they just are. So that for me, it's like, that's how I lean towards it. So they don't feel negative in any way, shape, or form. It just feels like, yeah, you have something lingering around you. Doesn't feel terrible at all. Feels like more like an ancestor than somebody random. Oop, throwing stuff. That's good. Okay, let's pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Hun Bunch. So the cards that I have for you was the 9 of Wands, the Empress card, along with the 7 of Cups. And for me, I feel like that person or that ancestor particularly has kind of like stepped forward for you because of this situation, because of how life is feeling towards you, or your current existence, your current feeling of things. Like, so if you are tired, exhausted, struggling, you feel a little bit pummeled, you're kind of like worn down, I feel like this is why this particular energy decided to step up to kind of be of assistance, to kind of help you move through it forward, help you move forward. Ha, such hard words. With the Empress card, it's like, it's that reminder that, that we are here to work on something creative. We are here to work to create something more. The Empress is about creation or pregnancy. So if you're knocked up, then that would make total sense. But if you're not pregnant or trying to be, then this to me is like leaning back onto the creative elements of things that we're trying to put together, things that we're trying to build, things that we're trying to draw to ourselves, we're trying to create essentially. And with the 7 of Cups being like all the options that are going to be made clear for you, made available to you, and then just maneuvering through your situation. The other cards that showed up was the 5 of Swords. I do also have the Queen of Pentacles along with the Ace of Swords. So to me, it feels like one larger primary energy. And it feels almost like the female, feminine, kind of like aunts would kind of be the connection, older aunts, older grandmother, but it feels less maternal than a grandmother. So this is somebody that to me feels like that they were a little bit removed from you. So they probably knew you, but weren't like mom nurturing to you. So I wouldn't say grandmother, I wouldn't say mother. I would go right into more like aunts or someone, maybe even like older sister kind of wisdom kind of thing. It's just not the maternal side of that. I hope that makes sense, Hun, because I don't feel anything dramatic. I don't feel anything judgmental about it. I just feel like they're here to help. They're here to help. I'm hopping down because I just dropped some cards. So please let me, take the elevator down as I try to. One thing you find out real quickly when you have nails, you can't pick up shit. You can't pick up a thing. All right. But yeah, my darling, I hope that answers your question. And if you're wanting, more, because I understand that we often get fearful about things we don't understand, maybe seek to understand. And first thing that I know how to do is write. So when I don't understand something, I start writing about it. And if you're wanting to write to the energy, then just maybe like, hey, dear that, even just say that. What is your name? And just see if you get a feel. Who are you to me? And see if you get a feel. What is your purpose here? And see if you get a feel. Just see what shows up. And if you are not comfortable with it, shut it off. Tear it up. Don't do it. If you want to explore it a little bit more and see what's there, go for it. They are not going to be able to do anything that's going to hurt you. So just say hello. Say hello. I wouldn't mind saying hi. But thank you so much for your question, dearie. Can I ask characteristics of a guy that I'll have a committed relationship that will lead to marriage? Honey, I can try. I can try. That's a pretty tall order because it's like these are when it comes to characteristics of a person, I sometimes think that often pigeonholes us into like narrow blinders, and we will sometimes miss the thing it is, the thing that very well could be kind of like one of those pre-markers, because we're looking for one thing. So it's like I kind of lean light on the characteristics, but let's see. Because I totally want to have fun. I totally want to dig into it though. It should be fun. Variety, yes. Thank you. Variety. So let's see if we can find some characteristics. Lead to marriage. Okay, hun. So let me see what we get. What do we get? So I'm gazing off a little bit because I'm trying to like narrow down my antennas and see if I can get a little bit. And then we'll see if we can get our cards to fill in the details. Okay, so one of the things that I'm feeling for you, hun, first off, is I'm feeling more than one marriage. So I'm wondering if you're gonna, but I'm only feeling 2. So I'm not feeling like 4. I'm not feeling like 8 marriages. I'm feeling like 2. So I'm wondering if have you been married before or not? Because if you've already had 2, I'm sorry. But what I'm feeling though from now is just, it's like 2. But let's see if we can find the first one. Let's see. Or just anything you have. Got you. Okay. So a couple of things that I'm feeling for you or feeling around is that this person doesn't feel local. So it feels like either they're from a different area or you connect with them either maybe like online or through some extension. So I'm feeling distance, but it's that distance by proxy. So even though they are away, they found a way, you figured out ways to kind of be together or work together or kind of do like what me and my wife did where we were like in each other's pockets almost literally, even though we were like no lie, like she was on one side of the country and I was on the other. Like I was in North Carolina, she was in Seattle. So that's how we did it. Let's see what else. 1, 2. Okay, let's see what else I can find out for you. Let's see. You're only getting married once? Gotcha, honey. Try to make it a good one. Make that first one the good one. All right. Characteristics. What else? I got 4. I'm looking for my last one. Okay. So the first card that I have for you, hun, is the Hangman. And so when the Hangman comes up for me and we're thinking about characteristics, to me, this is more of a relaxed personality type. This is a personality that tends to not push boulders uphill. So it's like you can have ambition and drive, but also kind of take a path of least resistance. So this is a knowing when to not effort, knowing when to not continue to push things that aren't working. So I kind of like that in a personality. The other cards that I have for you is the 5 of Cups, along with the Queen of Wands, and then the 9 of Cups. My first impression, though, is that when you meet this person, one of the things that may show up for them is the passing of somebody that they cared for. So it's like, when I'm seeing the 5 of Cups along with the Queen of Wands, this feels more substantial than just, oh, I just broke up with someone. This feels like my mom passed or something, or someone like my aunt, my mother, someone who was close to me passed, but they recover quickly because then we hop into the 9 of Cups. So maybe they have like a, what would you call, like a nice spiritual, like, foundation. So it's like, yes, I'm mourning the loss of my parent, or I'm mourning the loss of my XYZ, but I know that they're better. I know that we're better and we can celebrate their life moving forward. The other cards that I have for this person is the 2 of Wands along with the Ace of Cups. So to me, they're forward planners. So it'll be very easy to continue making a life with this person because they're always kind of have like that one eye in the distance. One eye, maybe that's probably why they don't have to effort so much, because they can already see everything that's going to happen anyway. But as of like, oh, it's 6'2" with green eyes and hair to here, I'm not going to give you that one because then you're only going to be watching for that one. But looking out for characteristics or personality traits. And honestly, hun, you're not going to have to hunt this person down. Like they will smash into you like a ton of bricks, and hopefully not like painfully, like through a car accident or anything. So it's like, I always wish people, or my ladies, I always wish that my dear sweet ladies understand that your person that's for you, y'all will find each other because y'all will be like pulled to each other. That's not even like something that you're gonna have to worry about blinking and oops, he's gone. You missed your chance. I'm sorry, it's gone forever. It doesn't happen that way. So there's your person, and I think we all have multiples. Your person will show up for you, come hell or high water, honey. So, and you're only getting married once, so make sure it's a good one. But thank you so much for your question, Sleepy. All right, let's get a shuffle in. Let's get a shuffle in. Pamela, I would like to know if myself and my new person, a Taurus, are a good fit. And is he interested? Ooh. Are you? Well, I'm throwing out cards, so we're going to work with those 3 to start. And let's see if we can pull 3 more. Okay, here we go. 2, 3. All right. So because I decided I was going to drop half my cards a minute ago, I now have reversals in here, but y'all will forgive me anyway. First card I have for you, honey, is Lovers, which, you know, awesome. Next one is the Page of Cups along with the Ace of Swords. So would the 2 of you be a good fit? I feel like you very well could. I do think, however, the Page of Cups and the Ace of Swords, the feel is like the too much of trying to strong arm it into something that it may not necessarily be ready for. So it's like, allow it to just be, allow it to open up the way it's going to. Don't try to throw like expectations or responsibilities or labels at it too quickly. Because I know sometimes like, oh, someone expresses interest and we're already planning the wedding. So like let's slow the roll down on that end. I do have the Ace of Wands along with the 3 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So to me, I feel more of a sexual connection at the moment, or the interest in like getting in the back rooms. And it's not a bad thing. I love that there's chemistry there. I love that we like the way each other smells. That's awesome. If you've been in each other's presence, that is. But at the moment, is he interested? I feel like it's more interested in boning at the moment, but interested in seeing more. Interested in, it's curious. It's curiosity. The Shadow card, which is the card at the bottom of the deck, was the Sun card. So to me, it's like, hey, y'all are going to have some fun. Y'all are going to have so fun. Are you well suited? I think you two are. Taurus is a little bit less fluid, so he tends to be a bit more rigid because they're freaking Tauruses. So long as you're able to kind of stay flexible with your person in their rigidity, then I think y'all two will figure it out. You two will figure out ways to maneuver with each other and do the dance of mountains. Y'all will figure it out. But yeah, I think he's interested. I think it's gonna be interesting as well. But Pamela, thank you so much for your question. Is it Destiny? Yeah. Destiny, because I see A and Y.
Yeah, but at the front end.
Any. Okay, see, she's the phonics person. I'm just the words. Hello, Destiny, your situation at work. Is my situation at work gonna be okay? Let's find out, honey. And I'm sorry that you're going through something. That's no bueno. No good. No good. Tell them to come see me. I got boots. I can kick somebody if I need to. Actually, do I have boots anymore? I think I gave them away. I think I donated them. I donated my boots. Oh my gosh. I'm so sad now. My ass-kicking boots I've donated. I need them back. Babe, source me some ass-kicking boots, please. Okay. My wife my wife and I both were resellers, but she specializes in shoes, shoes and antique radios. And now it's your mission to acquire size 8.5 or 9 ass-kicking boots. All right. Steel toe preferred. Thank you. All right. Is your situation at work going to be okay? Situation at work going to be okay, hon. Let's see. Situation at work. Is it going to be okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hun bunch. Couple things I got for you. Oops. So I got the Justice card along with Temperance, and I have the King of Cups. The other cards I got for you is the Emperor along with the High Priestess, ending on the Page of Cups. So is it going to be okay? The funny thing is, or not even funny, the thing that comes to my attention most is that you have so many major arcana cards here. So to me, whatever it is that's going on at work is going to have a lasting effect. So whatever is happening, it's going to shift things. It's probably going to shift either how you work there or how working happens in general. So it's not a bad thing that whatever happened occurred, because I feel like these are things that needs to happen. These are issues show up because other problems exist. So if the thing didn't happen, this other issue wouldn't have been exposed, if that makes sense. So justice to me is pulling that back into balance with the temperance card, trying to find the right ingredients to make these things work. The King of Cups is a master of emotions. So when we go into the Emperor, that's about like the leadership position or the people who are in authority who can make those judgment calls. They hopefully are using their best judgment and their best intuition for the situation that feels a bit like a cup out of water. Jesus, like a fish out of water, essentially. Is it going to be okay? The bottom of my deck was the Three of Swords. These feel like it had to happen this way. This card, to me, with the Three of Cups, there's going to be a disappointing element to it, but I feel like it's survivable. It feels like you're going to move through it. So, I mean, it reminds me of those situations where it's like, for instance, hypothetically, if you had a position you were fighting for and then somebody said, this woman can't do this job because of X, Y, and Z, and then somebody believes it and maybe demotes you or doesn't allow you to do that position that you were aiming for, but doesn't fire you, right? So there's like this disappointing aspect to it, but not like complete oblivion. It's just like, oh, fuck, you're just irritated and a little disappointed, but it's shining light on the cracks that are going on. It's shining light on the cracks that are going on. So ultimately, you'll be okay. Just be prepared for a little bit of temporary disappointment, but you'll be fine. You will be fine, dearest. Amelia, you're sort of depressed right now, how things look for you in the coming month. Why are you depressed, darling?
And welcome back.
And welcome back. Yes. Some of your faces, I love seeing you every week. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to start asking y'all to bring a friend. It's going to be like BYOF. There you go. Bring your own friend. Thought I would clarify there. Oh, how do things look for you in the coming month? Let's see. How do things look for you this coming up month? Let's see. What do things look like for Miss Amelia? It's coming up month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, hun. So depressed, right? We got the Three of Swords, which we just talked about. We got the Hermit card. So to me, this is the disappointment. This is the isolation. So to me, it equals depression. We also have the Three of Wands. So to me, this is like you're trying to look ahead. You're trying to look beyond the bend. You're climbing the mountain or the hill to look out in the distance to kind of get a scope of what your life is doing. So that's why you come to me, right? I have the Six of Wands, which, hey, honey, that's a parade, okay? I also have the Three of Cups that decided it's not going to stay in my hand. The Three of Cups, that's a freaking celebration of some sort. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. That's about families and legacies. So to me, hun, it's like, whatever it is that's going on for you now, it's short-lived. It's short-lived. You asked about a month, and now my nose you asked about a month. So within that month, you got something that you're going to be excited about, something that you're going to find relief over and kind of celebrate with your girlfriends. Maybe y'all will have some drinks. And then something good about the family. So shit, that's so freaking awesome. I hope there's no like juveniles in here that have like sensitive ears because I'm a sailor today. But yeah, with the Ten of Pentacles, hun bunch, whatever's going on for you, it comes to a completion with that Ten of Pentacles. And to me, when it's pentacles, that's like family, that's roots, that's legacies, that's how you want to be remembered. Ultimately, like at the bottom of my deck, I have the Queen of Wands. So this is all upbeat. This is all awesomeness. And sometimes just shifting that little perspective, not like hopping between like depression and insanity because you're that high up, but like anything you could do to make yourself feel like a little bit half inch better. tomorrow, tonight, can you do something for yourself tonight that can make you feel better this evening? A great movie, pamper yourself, do a bath, put Beyonce in your headphones, put it on blast, whatever you need to do to make yourself feel a little bit better. Just aim for a little bit, just to kind of help pull you out of that slight spiral that you're running in. But honey, you'll be fine. You will be fine, darling face. You will, because I said. Nivy, I love it. Hi, Nivy. Thank you. Wonderful to see you from YouTube land. Question rephrased. What will be the result of my husband's interview from last week? Sweet. Yes, let's take a peek and see what we can find out for you, hon. What will be the results of that interview? What will be the results? Will he get the, ooh. No, we gotta keep it. Okay, so I like to kind of sometimes forward hop when it comes to the question, especially when it comes to interviews, because I understand that interviews often are like first interview or like phone interview, first physical interview, second possible interview, third, here's the offer kind of thing. So I like to be specific about what's happening. So what will be the results of this? The last week interview. There we go. The last week interview. Okay. What will be the result? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, hun bunch. So cards I have is the the King of Wands. I also have the Strength card, along with the 5 of Wands. I do follow up with the Queen of Wands. I do have the 3 of Swords, along with the High Priestess. Okay. Because I think the ultimate look for is he going to get this role, right? Or is he going to get this position? Or is he going to get this job that he's interviewing for, this thing that he's interviewing for? My thought, though, is that it doesn't seem like a winner in that regard, because with the King of Wands, I feel like he represented himself the best way that he could. And his strength, his knowing was presented the best way that he can. So it's not even that your person did a bad job in the interview. I feel like they haven't quite settled on, or at least as of right now, haven't quite settled on what the actual needs are. Because to me, it had that feel of, when you've come to the interview table with this description of the job, and then you leave with like, oh, y'all wanted more? Like, let's all agree on what the job description is first. So to me, with the Queen of Wands following up with that from this, there's like decisions, discernment. There's a person who is above this that still has to make a judgment call or make the judgment call. And I feel like with the 3 of Swords showing up, there's an element that may end up being disappointing, but with everything, I'm leaning towards it not being like a welcome result from the interview. So to me, that's either like you not getting or him not getting the role, or something like you're getting it, but it's at like half of what we agreed to, or the role has shifted and now instead of a supervisor, you're now a peon. So there's like this element of like disappointing that I'm like, that's a bummer. But with the High Priestess, though, I'm inclined to think it's like, so long as we listen to our intuitions and do not fray from what we actually need. So like, for instance, if you are wondering, or he is wondering, like, should I take a lower paying job to get there eventually? What does your gut feel about that? Gut check yourself, or tell him to gut check himself to see how he actually feels about that, and not to sacrifice himself, or not to sacrifice his morals or stray from who he believes he is just to appease a position, if that makes sense. I do have the 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, though, so I'm inclined to believe that there's something around the bend anyway, even if it's not this particular role. So I know y'all will be fine regardless. Regardless, darlings, regardless. But thank you so much for your question, Sweet Pea. And totally please feel free to let me know how these readings land for you at the time that I give them, or how they work out for you over time. If we talked about will he get it and he gets it, I want to know. And if he doesn't, tell me that too, because I love to kind of stay in understanding how these situations unfold for you over time. So you want to see my cat because he wants to like make his presence known? This is Kansu. Yes, Mr. Oldface. He decided that he was going to adopt us by yowling in our windows for a week at night. And then he decided that he was going to get attacked by a raccoon on our watch, and then come into our house and basically ask for help. And we adopted him, got him microchipped, got him a lot of antibiotics and stitches, a drain, lots of drugs. And now he's an inside cat. That's how Kansu, this 11-year-old beast, showed up. So are you going to get down? Yes. He does not like to be held, but he apparently wanted to be on my desk. So this is the negotiation that we make. Would you like to get some work done with me one-on-one? First, I have to set my 4-minute timer. That is what we have to do so that I don't run off the gambit. Oh my gosh, where's my clock? There we go. Not 20 minutes. We're going to 4. Sweet, you all. So this is just going to be a quick 4-minute break just so that you know how to get in touch with me if you do want to get something that's a little bit deeper, a little bit more in-depth. If you had a situation that we touched on and I brought up something that makes you want to go a little bit deeper, please feel free to reach out to me directly. You can find all my services at the website aavtarotreading.com. I have my entire service catalog, and presently I have 4 main methods to get services, to get work done with me. First one is pre-recorded, personalized video tarot reading. It's a deep session that I perform on my own in my treehouse that digs deep into a situation that you're going through. So it's one topic specific, but I unfold that topic. I pull pieces of that topic apart. I look underneath things. I try to get to the roots of what's causing this issue to come up for you to begin with, and then provide some solutions, options, ideas, some strategies moving forward, so that after you're done reading or watching this video that I'm recording for you, you have an answer to your question and a solution moving forward. So it's more than just an answer. Now you have a game plan is what we go with that. What we do with that one. The other style of service, my words will complete today. The other style of service that I provide is 30 or 60 minute increments for face-to-face Zoom readings. What words? Zoom readings. I love doing those because I get to see you. You get to see me. We get to converse. I get to kind of understand we get to understand your situation a little bit more and get to ask as many questions as you can squeeze in that space and time. So it's so much fun. I usually try to make you laugh. We try to giggle. It's a grand old time. So I enjoy it, and I know that you will as well. Another way that I also perform services is through Facebook chat. So that is another way. If you are a little camera shy or you don't want to be on a Zoom call, totally understand. I can still conduct services via Facebook chat, and I do those in also 30-minute or 60-minute increments. And lastly, if you have something bigger, more pronounced, like you're looking for next year's forecast, or you're looking for a past life reading, or we're looking into something that's a reading service that I have on the site that takes a couple hours to perform, that we do by email, and I type it up in a PDF that is graphic designed by me because I am also a designer, and then I deliver that to you via email. So there's 4 ways that you can get work done with me. And another way is a sample. It's like I call it my just one question sample reading. It's a $12 tiny little read. And what that entails is you provide the question through that platform. It sends me your question. And what I do is I respond to that question inside the email and just RE your question, your reading, just directly to you, like we're besties. I send you a picture of the cards. I send you the interpretation, my best impressions, and try to sum it all up in a very quick and easy sample of who I am as a tarot reader, how I am as a practitioner. It's a nice way to sample and try someone new. So I hit it very close. I got 30 seconds left. Did I miss anything that you can think of? I think I hit it all. Oh, yes. So those of you who have not yet, please follow, subscribe, depending on the platform you're on, to this account, this show, this song and dance. There we go. Because we do this every Wednesday, every week, so long as life and schedules allow as of right now. But yeah, so we stopped at 17 seconds. Shall we hop back in? Yeah. Sweet. Let's do some more questions. So please throw in your questions. Please continue to throw in your questions. Throw in different ones. Throw in multiples. Go ahead and do that. We just aim for specific so that I have a little bit of a variety to continue to play with as I get all dramatic. and I can clutch my pearls eventually, right? All right, let's get shuffling. Let's shuffle up is what I used to say. All right, my dearest, I am financially unstable. Just welcomed my baby girl home. Will things start to change anytime soon? Oh, well, congrats on the new baby. Honey, focus on the baby. That is where all that fun stuff is at right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Will things start to change anytime soon? And I understand, like, change can't help but happen at this point. Now it's more of how can you garner more stability? How, literally my change card, like, this is all about change. Wheel of Fortune is all about things keep going regardless of what we have to say about it. The thing is that you're looking for a little bit more certainty. You're looking for financial stability. You're looking for the ends to meet and then a little bit more, right? So with that often comes a little bit of reevaluating where you're at and where you want to be and what does it take to get to where you want to be financially and start like making those incremental steps. But let's see, will things start to change anytime soon? Will things start to improve? Stabilize. Let's go stabilize. Oops. All right, cards, make up your mind. There you go. Things start to stabilize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hon. Couple of the cards that I have, let me show you. So the first one starts off with the 2 of Cups. I enjoy that. With the World. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. So the first thing that I want to remind you is one of the things that I learned, what was it, from Susie Orman, who told us that fear was the first like blocker to financial stability, financial wealth, because you make irrational decisions when we come from a state of fear. We hold our finances instead of allowing them to flow like finances do. Thinking of your finances instead of a like zero-sum game, but more of like a garden that needs to be grown or a fitness routine even. It's about shifting habits, shifting mindset, shifting processes so that you can actually have the things that you're going for. Not just things, but the way of life that you're going for, the lifestyle that you're aiming for. The other cards that I have for you is the 10 of Pentacles, along with the 3 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. I love that these 3 cards showed up for you because I feel like you've actually heard me. Because when it comes to the 10 of Pentacles, like if you were here earlier, this is about legacy. This is about family. This is about roots. This is about foundation. This is exactly the card that you need to shift, to change whatever is going on for you, to remember that you still have choice, that these things are not just things that are happening to you, but they're your participation. So you're deciding how you're going to participate. And I feel like you're starting to participate from a more enlivened point of view. So will they shift? Will they change? Will they stabilize? It's going to be a yes to all those things because you're going to make it happen. You have decided that. And that is a choice that you have made, and you're going to take those steps, whatever they happen to be for your particular financial situation. I am not a financial advisor, but you will be making those changes, those things that are necessary to get that life that you're looking for, hun. Part of it looks like, well, this was at the bottom of the deck. So the 2 of Swords is about decisions or possibly indecision. Kitty, you will figure it out. You will figure it out. You will make those discerning choices that need to be made so that you can have the life and protect the life of this new little baby she got home. So I have no worries about you at all, hun bunch. You got this. You got this, darling. But yes, apparently my cat agrees. Gansu. All right. Empress Love, hello, hun. Hello to you. What's coming towards you in November? Sweet. Let's see what shows up for us, hun. Oh my God. So Halloween, a minute's away. New moon, no, full moon, blue moon in Taurus, minutes away. It's like Friday. Is it Friday? Is that Halloween Friday or is it Saturday? Saturday, and I have no clue what day it is. Oh, weekend. Oh my God, the month is almost over. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, October is the new year for me. This is just like, I love Halloween. I love Halloween. So it's so sad when it goes away. Sad. Okay. What's coming towards you in November? What's coming towards you in November? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sweet. Okay. First card I have for you, hun, is the 2 of Cups. I also have the 8 of Cups, along with the 6 of Swords. So my first thought, hun, okay, this will depend on your situation. My inclination, though, is that if you have a partnership or a connection, or that there's like a connection of some sort, I feel like we may be making the decision to walk away from it in November. Or there's an element to it that we're just like, I'm good. And we exit stage left. Following up with that 6 of Swords, it's exiting stage left, deciding what you're going to take with you and what you're going to leave behind. So this is not like a little move. This is like, I'm moving, I'm not hauling ass, but you're definitely leaving kind of situation. The other the other cards that I have for you is the 7 of Pentacles, along with the Queen of Swords, with that Knight of Wands. This feels a little less dramatic than the first part because the 7 of Pentacles here is all about patience. So it's that waiting a little bit extra time, like, allowing things to unfold even when we don't want to. It's essentially hurry up and wait kind of card. With that Queen of Swords, though, it's making those minuscule little decisions that are necessary to shift things, to change things, maybe in relation to what's going on with all that movement here. But that hurry up and wait, then you have like the little decisions that are necessary to continue whatever it is that you're doing, hun. Ultimately, though, the end of that whole spread was the Knight of Wands. It feels optimistic. It feels like cutting off stuff that doesn't serve you or stuff that you don't even need anymore. So it's like more pruning. It would be like, it reminds me of when we go outside and yes, it's winter. Yes, it's fall. And you start pulling down branches that you don't want anymore now that you can see them. Now that all the spiders have gone, you can go in there and prune. You can pull back. You can push back the plants so that you can actually have this path that you've been aiming for. The bottom of the deck was the Page of Cups. So to me, hun, what's happening for you in November doesn't feel super dramatic past that whole migration aspect of it. It's just you figuring out more of who and what you are and what you're gonna put up with. But yeah, that Page of Cups, getting it done, hun. So no worries. Oh, you're currently pregnant and doing 7 weeks. Am I going to get my own house before she comes? Oh, okay. All right, 7 weeks. I bet it feels like forever. Oh my goodness. Okay. Are you gonna get your own house before she comes? You're gonna get your own space before she comes. Let's see. Oh, you're gonna get your own space before the baby comes. All right, let's see what shows up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, hun bunch. So what I have for you is the 5 of Wands. I also have the Page of Swords, along with the 6 of Cups. So my first inclination, hun, is that as of right now, and I say this is as of right now because you can totally change your mind and shift how you do things and turn things into overdrive. Right now, it doesn't look like you're going to have the 4 walls secured, like your own space secured by then. So I'm wondering, what do you need to do to get that done? What do you need to do to turn up that heat so that you can get that done? The other card that showed up for you was the Knight of Wands, along with the Empress and the 8 of Swords. So ultimately, hun, I feel like we need to remember that you still have control here. You still have time. You still have the opportunity to make judgment calls, to make decisions, to make sweeping decisions, take and make massive actions on things. So, I mean, I don't know about you, hun, but 7 weeks is still time to kind of do the whole house hunting routine. I would just suggest strongly that we kind of finalize in the next couple weeks so that you have a settled space to pull kiddo into, to welcome kiddo into, or also consider not moving for a couple months until at least you kind of have your feet back under you again and stable enough to then plan a move. But having a house as of right now, or having your own space as of right now, doesn't seem like a total like 100%. Like it seems like kind of like below 50, hun. So work on that one. Work on that. If that's something that you're looking for or wanting to do, like double down. But thank you for your question, Sweet Pea. Thank you. Oh, we're doing flash now. Yay. I love doing flash readings because they're super quick. They are fast, and it allows us to have the opportunity to kind of serve everybody at it's kind of the last minute, but it's like more like the last 10 minutes while we're as many as we can. We get as many as we can in. So please throw in your questions, your specific questions that hopefully I can answer with one card. If you're looking for your life purpose, I might be able to get that out of one card. If you're looking what color car should I drive, I can totally get that out of one card. So let it be as mundane or as esoteric as you need it to be, but please go ahead and throw in your questions, and I'm going to pull out my nose, not pull out my nose. I'm not going to pull out my nose. I'm going to pull out a different deck of cards for our flash questions. Yeah. These are thank you, babe. This is the Dark Mansion Tarot by I think it's pronounced Taroteka. Taroteka Studios in Denmark, I think is where they're from. And if not, and I've totally butchered where their location, I apologize. I will then research it and make a retraction, I think is the word. But anyway, this is just an interesting set of cards that has just a completely different visual from the cards that we just had. So why not? Why not? Why not use those? All right. So let me get these shuffled, and Melissa will start pulling questions here in a bit. Yay!
Glitter nails going.
Glitter nails?
Chrome nails.
Chrome nails. I have, oh my God. Okay, so I have chrome on one side. That happened. And then my chrome got glittered and didn't chrome on the other. So I'm so like irritated at like, but these did okay. They did okay. I've been having this whole thing about gold recently, so I'm just leaning into it. Mm-hmm. Why do I sometimes feel afraid of speaking up and standing your ground? That is a beautiful question, hon. Let's see if I can pull a card to kind of give us some information on that. Why do you feel afraid of speaking up? The first thing that I'm feeling, hon, and it's a mixed bag of life experience and a little bit of intuition. When we're having fears of standing up for ourselves, I feel like there's a fear of losing something when you do. Either like the fear of pain, the fear of loss, the fear of whatever it happens to be from speaking up, from standing up, especially if you're so used to having things yanked from you because you've behaved badly. So it's something to look into, especially if it has like past like issues attached to it, past traumas attached to it. It might be worth looking into so that you can develop further from there. Let's see what else shows up because we're doing one card. One card. Okay, I'm not gonna continue to yell into the camera. What do we need to know? Here we go. What's this one? Ooh, let's see. Three of Wands. So I love this about the Three of Wands and your question. So why do you sometimes feel afraid about speaking up and standing your ground? That card, it's such an interesting one, and I'm going to show it closely because she's looking through the wands. She's on that little trail, and there is a carriage at the end that's coming towards her. So she's just standing there kind of hailing the cab in essence. So I'm wondering if there's like a fear of what would happen if you do. What's in that cab if you do stand up for yourself? What happens? Are you worthy of standing up for yourself kind of thing? So my inclination is, of course you are, but why? It feels like, honey, that's multi-tiered, multifaceted. I think it's more than just one card can pull for you. But I love that the Three of Wands, because that's all about like looking out into the distance and seeing what's ahead of you. Oh, I love that card for you though. I love that. Okay, sorry. I just decided I'll just freak out there for a moment for us. Anywho, let's keep shuffling. Let's see. Vanessa, will you see O this week? Oh, will you see O? Okay. Are you snickering? No. You're like, I'm gonna work our fruit. Cash talk. Will you see O this week? Okay. I'm working on it. I gotta get my stack here. I gotta process. I'm fussy. Yes. Will you see O this week? This is the Queen of Cups. Ooh, okay. Yes or no? I'm inclined to think of that as a yes scenario. Will you see O this week? I don't nudge though. Seeing them like face to face, maybe not so much. I think you may see them or hear from them rather, or maybe like on camera in some way, but it doesn't feel like in their presence, if that's something that we're thinking about, or like a date kind of thing. But it does feel like connection, but at a distance, some kind of way. So kind of. Kind of. Yes, but kind of. Thank you so much for that question. There we go. Summer, hello from YouTube land. Would love to know, please, if I should reach out to this person or let him do it. Does he want it though? Huh. Does he want it though? Because I'm so rude. And I can tell I'm rude because I'm like, ooh, what does he want? Like I have questions. Like you have to tell me, what does he want, dearie? Anywho, summer butterflies, let me not be so crass. But let's go directly at the should you reach out or should you let them? One card. Him or her. What is this? 3. Three of you. Okay, I'm inclined to think him. Let him do it, because that was the first face that I was drawn to when opening or flipping this card over. So I'm inclined, go ahead and let them do it. Go ahead, but I think it's gonna work out just fine because that's a party. That's a nice little celebration. And look at you just looking at your person, just like, oh my gosh, look at his eyes. Just I want him to see. Anyway, oh, it's so cool. Thank you so much. It's kind of shuffling. Courtney, is he still interested or should I leave it alone? Ooh, good question. Let's see. One card. And please continue to throw in your questions. I do not mind if you get more than one question in. I do not mind at all. So please feel free to throw. One specifics. Okay. Is he interested? Should you leave it alone? Here we go. What is this? Ooh, Knight of Wands. Okay. The funny thing is, I feel like there is a half interested, but I do think you should leave it alone. And the reason that I say that is that this energy often doesn't have a lot of stability attached to it. It's pretty much like a flashbang. Like it's the grenade that goes off real quick and it shifts things and then it goes back to like status quo. So whatever is going on there, it's like it doesn't have the foundation necessary to make more out of it. So my suggestion, yeah, is kind of like half interested, but go ahead and just continue on your merry way, darling. But thank you so much for your question. Will somebody ask me to be his girlfriend? Oh, will they ask you to be his girlfriend? Will they ask you to be your girlfriend? His girlfriend, not your girlfriend, his girlfriend. His girlfriend. Will you be his girlfriend? Let's see. Will they ask? All right. Will they ask? Will they ask? Will they ask? Here we go. What's this card? Ooh, the world. How's that for a non-answer? The world. Will he ask you to be his girlfriend? Okay. This has parts to it. And I say parts because the world card is often about cycles and circles of completion and going away and coming back changed. I feel like there's a lot more going on to him or to the situation than what is directly visible on the surface. So will he ask you? I don't see why not. Like I'm feeling like it very well may possibly, but I feel like it's not going to be direct at all. It'll be like, oh, we hang out a lot and we hang out so much that now we spend the night with each other, but there's no labels. But we spend the night with each other all the time, but there's no labels. But you know, it's like this constant, like we're doing the behaviors of being the girlfriend, but we're not necessarily throwing out the label that is my girlfriend kind of thing. So you might have to press the issue a little bit when you start to see it's like, you've been here every day this week. What is this? So you might have to speak up for it a little bit more. But yeah, I think y'all are gonna be playing house. But thank you so much for your question. All right, Bridget, should you quit your day job? Only if you have enough in savings, honey. Well, that's me. That's me. Let's see what the card pulls. Let's see. Should you quit your day job? Should you quit your day job? There we go. Should you quit? Should she quit? Should she quit? Dun da da da. This is the Knight of Swords. Okay. I feel like you quitting your day job is a flying leap. I love flying leaps personally because it kind of forces you to build your own net, essentially. So you don't have to fly and then smash, hit the ground, burst into flames kind of thing, but more of flying leap. Oh shit, that's strange, weird, and unusual. I can do this. I got it. And you'll figure it out kind of thing. So should you quit your job? Personally, I would love for you to have a little bit more stability, a little bit more financial security while you're doing something else. But I think it's going to be soon. You're going to do something with that soon. So, hon, you got something in the works. What is it? Now I want to know. What love person coming towards me in my love? Oh, Jesus. Love life. Okay. What love, comma, person coming towards me in my love life? Single life. Libra 25. Got it. Okay. I'm sorry, Chrissy. That just took me a moment to put it together. I love punctuation. What? Oh gosh, I can't. Let's see. Let's see. One card, honey. We're shuffling away. Let's see. What's coming towards you? Honey, the first thing that I'm feeling is actually to kind of take a moment to step back and to enjoy being single. Like you're Libra 25, so you're still young. You're a youngin'. You have so much life around you, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're doing a lot of the whole watching other people have relationships, watching other people do the things that you think you want to do. But there's like this other part to it. It's like, hon, you have freedom. You have like no responsibilities. This is like if you could travel, I'd tell you to go travel your behind off, like go explore, go experience, go enjoy life as you are. And in that joy is often when someone shows up. That's when you attract someone to you because you're a ball of vibrant energy, not sitting in the corner wondering, why am I single? So it's like the more upbeat, the more you're living the best life now, the more someone is likely to show up that'll want to live it with you. The other card that shows up is the Page of Cups. So to me, it's like I wouldn't be surprised if you have people kind of hanging around already, but they're not suiting you. They're not, what is it, like the fit isn't quite right. They're not quite your cup of tea. So it's like, go ahead and live your best life, honey. This person, wherever they are, will show up for you. They can't help but come, especially when you're living your best vibrant self. So Chrissy, you got people coming, honey. That's not even a question. You got people around there. But thank you so much for your question, Sweet Pea. Let's see. She's hunting. Oh. Will Aman text me next week? Let's see. Will Aman text you next week? Will Aman text you next week? Okay. So I'm feeling around the situation and it kind of has that whole, like your desire of not to text first so that you don't look some kind of way. You know, like it reminded me of like how there's that subtle game of like who's texting first and what does it mean? And does that mean that you're needy or desperate because you texted first? Kind of it. I was always that shameless person of like, if you don't text me, I can get whatever. You know? Or I would just text you, like, hi, what's up? I'm gonna shamelessly flirt now. Like I was such a weird person in dating life. I was such a weirdo. I remember telling a friend of mine the story that you retold me about one of the things that I did with you about shamelessly flirting. Like I was texting her, like, I'm going to flirt with you now. And then tag of the flirting, whatever it was that I was going to do. And I remember doing that so that no one could get my words misconstrued. No one could, misunderstand. Is that flirting? Yes, that was flirting because I just asked your permission. I'm going to flirt with you now. Or I think I just told you I'm going to flirt with you now. So will Aman text you next week? Let's see. Will Aman text you next week? Here we go. What's this one? Ooh, full card. Will he text you next week? I think they may, but I really want you to go ahead and continue your life as though you never know kind of thing. Like, go ahead and live your life socially. Go ahead and continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. The Fool. I don't want you to get stuck on this text, right? That's the thing that I keep circling back to. I don't want you to get caught up on waiting for this person to reach back out to you. So go ahead and continue to live. Go ahead and continue to do your other things. Go ahead and do everything else that you got going and that you got planned, and try to take your mind off this. Do anything you can to take your mind off this. And I bet you anything it's that moment when you're like, you're invested in a movie that you then look at your phone and you're like, oh shit, there they are. Right when I wasn't even thinking about them is usually when people show up. But yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem for you at all. If I sneeze, I'm so sorry. I feel like it's starting to attack my face, but I'll try not to make it all noisy and, I don't know, particularly.
Do you have your Halloween?
Do I have my what?
Halloween? Just like your-
Do I have them? I think I have them in the treehouse.
Okay, never mind.
I'm sorry. Someone actually asked? What? Amazing. All right. There's a guy who messaged me after a month and he wants to meet. Ooh, should you accept? Let's see. Let's see what shows up for you, hun. Let's see what shows up. Should you accept? Ooh. Feels like it's a date. Are you going to accept the date? Should you accept the date? Is it in your best interest to accept this date? I'm deciding it's a date. Is it in your best interest to accept? What is this card? Ooh, the Emperor. Yes, honey. Okay, I'm gonna say yes. Go ahead and accept, but caveat: go ahead and stay in your queendom, your regal, your whatever it is that you need to feel an authority and power. Stay in that state when you meet, because I feel like that vantage point may be useful for you. It may kind of keep things clear so it doesn't get muddled and fuzzy, and may make you like question things. So stay in your high level authority, my darling. But yeah, I think that'll be the case. What to expect with the Sag? Ooh, one card, huh? What shall we expect? What shall we expect with the Sag? What shall we expect? Okay, hun, so this is gonna be a little bit on the vague end, because are we thinking like romantic? Are we thinking about within the next week? Specifics are useful, but I do still want to pull, and I'm going to pull something for you. So what should we expect with the Sag? Slow moving. So the Knight of Pentacles is often a card of movement, but it's the slowest moving card of the suit. So if you're looking for something romantic out of this Sag, it may not be a swift sweep you off your feet kind of thing. This would be the lengthy, we've been best friends for 4 years, and at the end of 4 years, we may consider talking about doing something a little bit more seriously kind of thing. If it's what the Sag, if this is a boss, this is the slowest moving boss ever. So there's a million things that it could be, but it's overarching. Is it overarching or overreaching?
Yeah.
Okay, I was looking for help. The overall, we'll go for that. How about that? The overall scope of that particular card is slow as hell, essentially. Just slow. So what to expect? Slow. There we go. All right, Leo. What does Spirit want me to know about your love life? What does Spirit want you to know about your love life? Oh, all right, this card. Ooh, Page of Wands. Okay, so couple things, and I'm saying couple because I'm getting like 2 bits at the same time. The first one, hun, is to remember that you hold the reins here. You have control here. You also don't have to be so stressed out and worried and nervous about your love life. Like, you still have power here. Like I feel like that is an element of it, is remembering that you still have power, that you do have power, that you are a powerful person, and that you can make choices, you can make decisions, you can actively do things. The Page of Wands is all about action and the start of new action, the start of a new adventure even. So it's like, what does Spirit want you to know about your love life? Hun, you're on a new adventure. So just remember that you still have power here. You still have the ability to make choices, make decisions, and take charge here. Hun, yes, full stop, boom. Thank you. Will your new boss agree to your request of not withholding tax from my salary? Hi. That's an interesting question. Let's see what shows up. Oops. There we go. Will your new boss agree to your request? Let's see. All right, let's pull a card. Will your new boss agree to that request? What's this card? Three of Cups. So it looks like it very well may. Looks like it very well may. I hope so. If that's actually what you're looking for, because I know that can possibly put them in an awkward situation, but I don't know the tax laws in your area. They very well may. They very well may. But yeah, I hope that works out for you just well. But thank you so much for that question. How does Jim see you today? Today? Yeah, that's a good question. How does Jim, because Jim seems like, or does, how does Jim see you in general? Or how did he see you today? What shall we do? I'm going to pull one card and see what shows up for us. How about that? Yes. That is what I shall do. Andrea, how does Jim see you? Ah, right here. Dun, dun, dun. How does he see you? Ooh, he sees you. And I say it that way because the Ace of Wands is often that that vibrant, that bright, that energetic, that kind of a spotlight style of card. Like everything, every action takes that bit of inspiration from this card. So this is the sparks. This is fire. This is energy. So how does he see you? Energetic, essentially. More to that, then we'd have to pull some more cards, but I'm committed to one. I'm committed to one. Nothing bad, honey. Looks pretty good. We'll go with that. Thank you so much for your question. Let me get shuffling. Oh my goodness. It is time for me to go outside. Luckily, I just hit hot, so I need to go outside so I can cool off. You all can find me here next week, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much for coming to hang out and allowing me the opportunity to read for you. It's always fun playing with my cards and playing with you and making new card friends. If you want to schedule something private with me one-on-one directly, please feel free to click on any one of the links that were dropped into the comments and also that are attached to this post on Facebook or on YouTube. Also, if you can't find them, please send me a message and I can link you directly. So I can do that as well. And will you do me the grandest old favor and continue to share the love of this video? If there's a message in here that resonated for you, maybe take a shot of the timestamp and send it to a friend so that they can find it and find that message as well. So there's lots of ways to share the video, to share the love, to heart, to like, to subscribe, all of these goodies that increase reach and awareness of tarot. So today is October 28th, 2020. It's almost the end of October. I'm still sad. And I read for you tonight from 8 to 9:12 p.m. my time. So you all take care. Have a great rest of your, it's almost a weekend. Almost weekend. Have a great Halloween, you all. Yeah. And please wear your masks, even though it's Halloween. Do your thing. No one's going to stop you because we don't here. But wear your masks. Protect yourself. Help others, and hopefully we'll get out of this, you know? All right, you all take care. Mwah. Bye.